Ciao, everybody. Welcome back to the Bianconeri Zone. It is podcast time, episode 6, season 3 of the Bianconeri Zone podcast. It's me, Julian Gennati, with Alejandro Fonsello. Before I say anything about how you're doing all that boring stuff, this time last week, we were talking about Empoli, Juventus, match day 3, and Juventus winning 2-0. Unconvincingly. It was a really bad team that they played against, and they got the 3 points. 3 points is 3 points. It's been 7 days. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
7 days. Almost exactly 7 days by the time we're recording. How many bullet points do you think we have to talk about today that are not like, it's not like, oh, this guy might go somewhere, or this guy might, like, you know what I mean? Like, not transfer related.
Oh. Like, I just did it live, and I said, like, ever since we started the channel, like in 21, when we signed Locatelli, I think the good year of it, we talked about things that have nothing to do with on the field stuff. It's insane.
Yeah.
Like, it's insane. Like, the show is called Reality Show. It's a reality show. Like, you couldn't, like, it's like Days of Our Lives. But then on steroids, literally, maybe.
Yeah.
But, like, it's insane.
Is that a pun?
It's yeah. It is. It's insane. Like, it's unbelievable, and it's actually believable at the same time.
Yeah. So, keeping up with the Kardashians? No. Keeping up with Juventus? Yes. For the American folks. So what we have listed here, and we'll go into a better order. This is the timeline of what happened since we last spoke last week. Chiesa pulls out of the national team with an injury. Apparently he's out for weeks. Apparently he's out for a month or a couple months. Changes, no, x-rays are negative. He's okay. He might make the bench for Saturday. We still don't know. So that was like, okay, injury, yeah, we get it. We'll get into it. Juventus was possibly on sale, or for sale, put up for sale. Quickly nullified, but like for about half a day or so, people were like, oh my God, are we for sale? Okay. Pogba tested positive for testosterone levels going higher, and by the anti-doping Italy, whatever federation. Okay. Contract could be terminated by Juventus depending on the outcome. That was just recently reported by Sky earlier today. Bonucci is suing Juventus for malpractice, I guess. I don't know. And the international games happened, and Juventus players are playing 4 days before our match against Lazio. Some of them aren't going to appear back in Torino with 1 day to go. Like, they'll come back on Friday. So the Brazilians and Americans. Did I miss anything?
I hope not. But let's give it a day.
That's happened in 7 days.
Let's give it a day. Could be something else. Like, maybe somebody is gambling. Who knows? Will come out tomorrow.
So, to reiterate, our best player to start the season and our most fun player to watch, potentially injured, but he's not really. Okay, fine with that. Our best technical player tested positive for drugs. Our whole club was possibly put up for sale. And our former, I'm not going to say club legend because I think I said he was never a club legend. No, people might think.
Oh, yeah, people think.
Yeah, people might think.
People think it's...
A player who's played a lot of games for Juventus is now suing the club he claimed to love. So where do you want to start first? Before we do that, please like the video if you haven't already. It's free. Just do it.
I don't even like...
Where do you want to start? You pick. You got the floor now.
Yeah, let's start with Bonucci because that's like the fresh...
Okay, big baby bitch.
You know
Bonucci.
what it is? That pisses me off more, like, and it's wild than the Pogba stuff. Because when the Pogba stuff came out, first I was like, wait, what? And like 10 minutes in, I was like, yeah, like, okay. Like, if we were winning and flying high, I would be like, what the hell happened, you know? But we're so bad, like down bad. I'm at a stage where I'm like, I'm numb to it. But the Bonucci thing pissed me off completely.
Okay, let's start there then.
Because
so big baby back Bonucci.
Yeah, and I did a video. First comment, he's not a baby. He's a club legend.
He's a baby.
He's a child. No. He's not a club legend. Stop it. I don't care. He could have played 10,000 games for the club. He could have been at the club ever since he was born. He could have been born in the stadium for all I care. Like, during halftime. I couldn't care. He's not a club legend. Stop it. On the day...
I have a question for you. Is Antonio Conte a legend?
No, not anymore. For me, no.
Okay.
No, for me,
That
no.
that
I,
no,
I
because
I
people
respect
need
what he
to.
does done for the club. That's a
Yeah.
different. Like, but I don't like on the day that Buffon, excuse me, that Del Piero made his debut. People are telling still, he's a legend. Stop it. Like, absolutely, please stop it, because you are disrespecting like real legends.
Yeah.
And when I say legends, I'm not I'm not asking for Chiesa to go down in Serie B if needed. Like, I'm not asking for that, because what they did is unseen. Like, it's not like
Yeah.
unheard of. It's
It's
not
unheard
one.
of.
It were a couple of players in their prime winning
Yep.
a World Cup and staying. It's madness. Like, it's crazy. Like, a lot of people,
Yep.
and when I say a lot of people, I'm gonna say a good portion, with like 95% of the people were not doing that. They were like, screw you guys, I'm out of here. Like, they wasted
Yep.
chances on Ballon d'Ors, Champions League, winning Champions League, to stay with the club. That's legend status. Not a player who had a bust up with the coach and left for Milan, celebrated, was dog shit at Milan, crawled back to save his career. If you want to call that a legend, you don't respect this club. I'm sorry, you don't. You have absolutely zero respect for this club whatsoever. And even
And
today,
is suing, and he's suing, just to add on to the leaving for Milan. He's suing the club because he was treated poorly in his position,
yeah,
where he's already made a transfer to a Champions League team.
I made the video, and people, like, the first reaction was, and you know who we are. He's a legend. Fine if you think that, but you're being disrespectful, in my opinion. Also, saying you're not in his shoes. I'm not in his shoes. I get it. But he was getting paid. He's still getting paid by the club. So that's
Yep.
not an argument as well. We just told him, you're not going to be part of it. You can train. You're not training with the first team. You're not playing. If you want to stay,
Yep.
fine, but you're not part of the team. You're still getting paid because we needed to pay him. Like, it's a contract. I get that. But you're not playing with us anymore. So he was getting paid. The club just made him, like, told him, make a decision. You're not playing, or you're just going to leave. You choose. It's up to you. And he chose to leave, and we're still paying for him.
Yeah.
So I
And
like I
he's-
don't get
yeah.
I don't get like, I don't get it. How are people still um, defending it? And the worst part of it is he put a twist on it, and he think he's slick, but that, like, for me personally, it makes it even worse. He's putting up, like, he's spinning it, saying, if I win this case, the money will go to a foundation for children. He's basically pushing Juve fans to say F them kids.
Yep.
And I'm at the point where I'm like, yeah, the club should win it.
F them kids. Yeah.
And the club, when the club, I said the family, they should pay it out of their own pockets. Here we go, kids. Just to send
Yep.
a statement. They should be doing that. We're not going to do that, but that's what should be happening, you know? Win it
Win the case and give it
and
to the
pay
kids.
it. And pay up. Because they have money to burn. Like, they're not
Yeah.
going to miss any of it. Like, what is it, 2? Maybe it's not even about $1 million. Who knows? But, like, they have the money. Just pay it up, give it to the kids, but the fact that he included that part makes it even worse, in my opinion, because I don't think, like, we know Bonucci how he is. You saw the documentary, you know how he's built. It's proud,
Yeah.
all those things. That inclusion of it's going to as a donation, that has been taught over and over again. Like, it's not just a good gesture. Like, if you want to believe that, fine. I don't believe that for one bit, and that goes back to his track record as a person. And I'm not even mentioning the Keane incident, because I don't want to make a, like, I don't want to
No.
go into that direction.
It's just another thing to his.
Yeah, but he's a child. I don't care what people say. He's a child. Like, he's 36, and he's moving
Yeah.
like a child. Was Zakaria crying? Was Arthur crying?
No.
Pellegrini?
No.
Piaka, were they crying? No, man. Like, this is how it is. Tell me if
And
I'm
they
wrong.
were in worse situations
Yeah.
than Bonucci, because Bonucci said that he was retiring at the end of the season.
Tell me if I'm
regardless.
wrong. I've never seen this before. this is
No.
this is madness. Like, this happens on a daily basis. You're not part of the squad. You're training alone, or you're not part of the team. Chelsea are gonna cut like 7 players apparently from their squad. Like,
Yep,
you're
Chalobah.
getting paid, but, like, you're not in the team anymore. Like, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Just make it work
Yeah.
now. And you know what? It's legal. Like, it's legal. You're just not part of it. You're getting paid. So
Yeah.
I don't get the fuss about it's disrespectful. The club told him months ago, you can have a
February.
proper farewell. Yeah, like, this is what it is. You're not gonna be part of it. He wants to be the stubborn guy he is. He wants to be the I don't know, how do you want to call it? Like the big one, the big dog. But you're
Yeah,
not, buddy. Like, you're just not.
he isn't. Do you think anything had to do with like how like did you for Bonucci in his lens? He's thinking, do I want a farewell season or farewell game in the midst of our worst season ever?
No, I don't think that was a thing. I think he thought
Okay.
actually highly enough of himself that he could be part of the squad.
Yep. Okay. Right. Like again, I agree 100% with you. Screw that guy. Like he's a loser. Like that's loser. That's poor me syndrome. Like go play Champions League football with Union Berlin. Go right out into the sunset. Spalletti's not calling you up to the national team. Sorry, bud. Like he's not. You're done. You're not going to Euro 2024. You're playing your last year of your career. Enjoy the Bundesliga. I don't know. Enjoy all those fast young kids attacking you.
Also, he's suing the club for damage in reputation, being dragged through the mud. And when I read that, I was like, "What reputation do you think you have? Am I missing something? Like, in what universe, alternative universe, is he living? Because I've missed probably a couple of years. Because I don't think he has a perfect reputation or whatsoever. If you know what I mean, he doesn't. So when I saw that, I was like, what has been dragged through the mud? Well, was probably already lying in the mud. I don't like that part. Also put me off completely. I was like, what are you want? Like, what do you want? Because you
Yeah.
have celebrated a goal in front of our fans at the stadium, telling the entire stadium and fan base to wash their mouths,
Yeah.
basically. What reputation are you on about, buddy? Like, what what are you like? The only good news is he's done at the club forever, and I'm so happy because there's no gonna be buddy, and here you go, an ambassador role or whatever. That's done.
No, he's done. Yeah.
That's done. Amazing, because I hate that. Like, people getting jobs just based on vibes.
Yep.
That's good. Like, he is done completely. I do respect what he done for the club. Like, I'm not gonna forget that. Like, that's a
Yeah.
different
500
thing.
games, multiple titles, all that stuff.
It's a
Good.
different thing. Like, his contribution is noticeable. I get that. I'm not debating that. I'm debating that he is acting like a child, and he is,
Yeah.
because he's 36. Come on, man. Like,
Yeah.
have some pride over here, and he doesn't. Like, he has the wrong one, in my opinion, and
Yeah.
it's just sad, man. It's absolutely sad.
I think people when they're gonna classify Bonucci as a legend, they're gonna think only on the field stuff.
Yeah, you cannot do
And
that.
I listen. I get that as well. I'm on the same side as you in terms of every stuff off the field has to occur as well. Even on the field though, even the Milan thing, it happened. Like it happened. You don't like is Quadrado a club legend? He has a lot of appearances, a lot of titles. He went to Inter.
Yeah, he's
I don't
not.
know. Like, I know obviously Bonucci has more pedigree than Quadrado, but like same idea.
No, I will go on for, like, people say Pirlo is a club legend. He's not. Like, he's one of the greats for the
No.
club because, man,
Yes.
but like 3-4 years, like, no. Like, I like Pirlo. I love him. As a player,
Yes.
unbelievable. But, man, like, I have a handful legends that I've seen personally. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not going back
And
to the
also,
90s or 80s. Like, I'm not doing that because I don't know. But, like, what I've seen, it's a handful, basically. Like, I can
and
name them.
Pirlo is more of a legend for Milan. So how could
It
he be?
is.
So
Like,
like,
I can name the players I've seen, I've watched with my own eyes,
yeah,
and I can call them a
it's
legend.
Nedved, it's Buffon, it's Chiellini, it's Del Piero.
It's Marquisio for me because he's been there ever
Yeah,
since,
yeah,
but it's not to that standard, if you know what I mean.
yeah, yeah,
But if somebody includes
yeah,
him, I'm not gonna argue that but certain guys is unbelievable what they've done. Again, it's not
yeah,
fair towards Marquisio because he couldn't have chosen, like, he went to Serie B, but like it's it's different,
yeah.
you know.
Timing.
Yeah, but like when I hear the word legend, I'm like it's Del Piero, it's 10, it's number 1,
Yeah,
it's number 3, it's Nepfed, like those, like, unbelievable
yeah,
legends, And then there's a different. You can say he's a great or he is a club icon. I get that, but like that's different.
yep.
Like that's just I don't know how to put it. Like it's different.
It's different tiers.
It's different tiers. But Bonucci, oh boy, like, just please stop it because you're disrespecting certain players. You are.
Yeah, I agree.
Like,
We can move on from that
did
because
Del Piero leave
the,
when Capello benched him? Did he leave?
no,
He just soaked it up, and he won the battle because
and
he was the battle,
he's good.
and he's good. Like 2006, he could have left. He stayed. Could have gone Manu, Real Madrid. Same for Buffon. They all stayed.
Yep,
They all stayed. But Bonucci
yep,
left because he had a bust up with Allegri, and he was
yep,
wrong. He was wrong even in that.
yeah,
He actually was telling Allegri what to do on the pitch in front of a million people to watch. You don't do that. Allegri was right to tell you, you know what, buddy, you're not playing the next game. We're not having this because you're
yeah,
undermining my authority in the locker room. That's not happening. And he got mad
yeah.
about it. Wow. Crazy.
He's a petty guy. He's
He
a petty
is. I
guy.
always knew.
Yeah,
I always had that vibe
yeah,
with him. Especially when he came back from Milan. I always had a weird feeling about him. Like,
yeah,
just not like, even putting away the fact that I knew he played for Milan and did what he did, but just the way he spoke and everything, like the documentary interviews, I was like, this doesn't feel right.
A dog gets like embarrassed and his tail goes between his legs.
Yeah,
That's what it felt like when Bonucci came back.
it felt
He had a
completely
couple.
wrong.
He had a couple of decent years when he came back, but he got old and he got like the Euro tournament. I think blinds a lot of people as well. Didn't happen with Juventus, so
He had
like
a
who
bad
cares?
season for Juve that season.
Yes, exactly.
That was
Is
just,
it awesome that he won the Euro Cup for Juventus or for Italy? Absolutely great. Not with Juventus though.
yeah. And when you say, like, people say, oh, he's an Azzurri legend, fine, but like, this is a Juve channel.
Well,
Like,
you
I
can't really change country. You couldn't go to like, hey, I'm gonna play for Milan or for Canada now.
yeah, and like, you probably will, like, a lot of those players will go down as legends for the national team, but
Yeah.
like, okay, fine, but doesn't help me personally.
Nope.
Like, it's nothing
Nope.
to do with the club. So,
Exactly.
his numbers are gonna be at the club forever, but
Yep.
that, like, the memory of what happened as well.
Yep.
So
Are
unbelievable.
people gonna remember? I'll just end it with this. Are people gonna remember 500 games, or are they gonna remember he left to go to Milan, scored against us, and did
They
the
will
finger
remember
wave?
that one. Like,
Okay.
people
Are they gonna
will
remember how? Yeah. Go ahead.
no people will claim the 500 games as fair, but
Yep.
man, that Milan thing is just up there. Like, you cannot blank that out. You just can't.
Yep.
You can't.
You also, and going back to the Keane situation, you can't forget that. That character sticks with you, man. That character sticks with you.
And it's a fact that he told the club, "Let me go,"
Yes.
and he
Yep.
told the club, "It's me or Allegri." When Allegri was at his peak, like, the club was
Yep.
like, the club was never gonna make that decision. It's not that the club pushed him out. He wanted to leave for Milan, and then came crawling back, asking Allegri for forgiveness
Yep.
to save his career. Because if we didn't got him back from Milan, he would have died years ago, like, career wise.
Oh
He would
yeah.
have been cooked years ago.
Oh yeah.
And
Oh
this
yeah.
is just crazy. Like, it's not that we entered, like, training camp and they were like, surprise. Like, they
Yeah.
told him, like, he knew what was gonna happen. It wasn't a
Yeah.
surprise. It was just like, reminder, we told you, by the way, don't show
Yeah.
up. Or yeah, show up, you can use the facilities, but like, don't show up with the group of
So
players that are gonna
exactly.
stay
So
here.
they didn't do anything illegal because he could have still he still
Yeah,
was training.
he was training, and we were
So
paying him, and we're still paying him. Like,
yeah.
madness.
Anyway, let's end it because there's nothing like he's that kind of guy. Good luck. Good luck in Berlin. Good luck in the Bundesliga. Good luck in the Champions League, man. If you even get to play in it. Like, seriously. Let's move on to Polly Pogs. Another guy who left and came back. And the comeback isn't as good. It's nowhere near. Um, he's toast.
Yeah, man.
It's an all looking good at this point.
I don't. You go. Like, like,
Yeah. For context, if people haven't heard or they've been living under a rock, Pogba tested positive for testosterone, the PED version, not the sexual hormone. Apparently, he was getting it from his U.S. doctors, and Juventus had no idea. That's the rumor on the street right now.
That's the
So
hope.
thank God for Juventus, for the club's sake. Thank God. Um, is it cream? I have no idea. Like I have no idea how the substance got into his system. I don't want to hear any. I don't want to hear athletes say, "Oh, I didn't know I took it." I hate that. I've already told you off air. Like I hate that excuse. If I was a pro athlete, I would be asking all my trainers, all my doctors, "Can I take this? Can I consume this? Can I do that?" You're getting paid millions of dollars, euros, whatever. How do you're jeopardizing it if you take, I don't know, any supplement. This cream's gonna help my leg. Okay, what's in it? Like, how do you not ask that? I don't feel bad for him. I don't. The only thing I do feel bad for him is probably his mental state, where he's like, I've had so many injuries, 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 injuries. I just want to get back to being the best. Because, ironically, coincidentally, or whatever, Al Jazeera News comes up, and Pogba did a thing with Al Jazeera News, and he said, "I'm gonna be back to my very best." And an hour later, what was that? Sport Face or whatever? What is it?
Yeah,
What was
like
that
they.
Twitter account? Sport.
No,
Yeah, yeah.
it came from Korea, basically. They.
Okay, yeah. So some news outlet says right underneath, basically, his Al Jazeera report saying, "Yeah, you tested positive, doping." Sad end, because I think he's done. I don't think it's the Palomino issue, because I think he would have already, him and his agent would have already done because they have 3 days or whatever. You know what I mean? Apparently, they have
Yeah,
3 days
3 days. Yeah.
to
They haven't done
to
it
get
so
another
far.
test, and they haven't done it. I think he's done.
Yeah, based on his agent comments, I'm assuming he's done. Um, because the comment was saying, anyway, he never, you know, he never like had the attention of, like, if you know what I mean. Like it came across
Yeah,
of like they know, and mistake, like you said, like you cannot make a mistake, and even if you don't
you
ask,
can't.
you pay doctors a lot of money to not make that mistake. Period.
Yes,
You know, now if they can prove that it's a doctor's, but then you're still responsible for your own thing. Like it is what it is.
you are responsible.
You're responsible. Like at the end of the day, the doctors are not going to get tested. You are. The messed up part is,
Sue the doctor at that point.
yeah,
Not
but like it's not going to
but
help
you're
you.
gonna suspend it. Yeah.
The messed up part is like the thing he got caught on. It's not even going to help you like perform better. Like it's just
No.
not. It's not. Like that's a weird thing.
Yep.
My worry is that how has the club not seen this? Like with checkups, like maybe they don't test those things. Like
That's what I said. That's what I
maybe
said to
like
you
that's
guys.
hope. Like I'm
Yeah.
still holding out on it, but going off Juve's statement, I'm assuming they are kind of shell shocked as of now, and they're
Yeah.
like, "What the hell just happened?" Because they talked about legal actions. Um, so it's like you said. Like, do I feel sorry for him? No, because he knew. He probably knew. Like, but on like a human level, I don't know how deep he is. You know, after all the misery
Yeah.
he's been through, like physically, and he's like desperate. Because this is sad, man. Like this is absolutely. I have nothing against Pogba. Like I'm not one of those people who hate him because it's just his
No.
body breaking down. Like it is what
Yeah.
it is. Like it's not. He's not doing it on purpose.
No.
It's just who he is at this moment in time. So I'm not gonna hate on him for that. Like he's not asking for injuries. It's just who he is. Period. This is the saddest ending possible. I hope for him he doesn't get suspended. I don't think it's gonna be 4 years. Like Onana didn't get 4 years. He got a couple of
No. It's
months.
gonna be one. It'll be one.
And yeah, I think probably this season or something like that. Like it will be something like that. But if it is, he's done at the club because the club will
Oh yeah.
find a way with him to just get it over with, and he will probably leave Europe if he's gonna play again, just to stay away from it.
Yeah.
Because if he goes other parts of the world, they probably wouldn't care because the spotlight is not that bright. You know, it's different.
Exactly. They'd rather him play than.
They will. So I think he's done at the club. It's sad, man. It's really sad. Like it's sad because it shouldn't be ending like this.
Yeah.
It should also not be ending with a termination of contract. Like even that is a bad case scenario. Even if he didn't took anything, it's just, man, was it really needed? You know, because now you're done for a game you didn't even play in. By the way,
Yep.
like
Well,
that's
thank God he didn't.
Yeah, but even then, if the club didn't knew, like you can like
No, I'm just saying like
because
optically, it's
Palomino
like,
play games,
oh, did he? I never.
Yeah, he
Okay,
play
okay,
games. So like if the club doesn't know,
okay. So it's
like
precedence.
yeah,
Okay.
like if the club doesn't know, like okay, yeah, because apparently the club isn't um the club doesn't need to take those type of tests. Like there
Yeah.
is a rule
Why
in
would they?
place, but like it's not official and it's very hard to do, and it's not for the
Yeah.
club, and it's up to the
If you
club to
don't have
do
the
it.
technology to do that, why?
That's why,
Yeah.
because it takes a couple of weeks as
You
well.
think
Because
Genoa has the facility to do that? No.
no,
Like
but like,
their
it
medical
also
team.
takes a
No. Yeah.
couple of like it takes some time because like we played
Yeah.
Udinese like a month, almost a month ago, like 3 weeks ago, and it's
Yeah.
only
August
out
20th.
now. So
Yeah.
it's not that easy as well. But I actually feel sad at one point, because this like this story is so bad. Also because it's not the first time signing. Like we've seen what he has done, like what he done for us prior
Yep.
to him leaving. Because you have those memories, and you're like, damn it, man, like
Yep.
this is sad, because like, before he left, he was unplayable. Like he was unbelievable. Like he was one of the best midfielders on the planet.
Yep.
And then it took, like, it went south really quickly. Never should have joined Man U.
Nope.
If he probably
That
joined
was a
Real
sinking
Madrid
ship.
as he should have, he would have had a wonderful career, most likely.
Yep. Champions Leagues.
Yeah, that. I think
He had the World Cup.
I think a
Yeah.
Ballon d'Or still, because he was unbelievable.
Probably.
Like,
Yep.
his trajectory was unbelievable. Like just when people talk about De Bruyne and be like, oh my god, like he was levels. Like talent wise, it was not just spam across or whatever. If you know what I mean. And I'm not
Yep.
disrespecting De Bruyne here, but like technical ability was unbelievable at such a young
Yep.
age. And this is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. The fact that he hasn't made an official statement as well is,
Telling.
it's a bit telling. His agent spoke because like she
Probably needed
should,
to.
like, you cannot be
Yeah.
you cannot stay quiet because the club put out a statement. You cannot stay quiet. Now the club played it safe as it should. Like they cannot come out and say, "Oh, we're ripping the contract apart." Like they cannot do that for so
Yeah,
many
they
reasons.
did the right. I think that was perfect. Short
Yeah,
and sweet.
and also I think they're still showing support. Like they're not throwing him away.
Yep.
Because maybe it is like you said, like, it's a cream, and the club is like, that's stupid. Like we're not gonna, how do you want to say, like throw you to the streets, but like we need to
Yeah.
find a solution to get this over with, done with.
I think
But
the,
it's
I think the
super
statement was perfect.
Yeah, it was okay. Like it was clean. It was as it should be. Not going overboard because you can't.
Yep.
Like you just can't. But it's a crazy scenario. Like we thought we had left everything behind and we would have a clean season, and now here we are. Friday presser, 12 p.m. 10 questions, 8 non-Lazio related.
Yep.
And I kind of feel for Allegri at this point. Like I do.
Yeah.
I
This one's
absolutely
gonna
do.
be- yeah.
I absolutely, at this point, I'm like, oh my god. Like
Yeah.
last season.
Do you know anything about the club sale? Do you know what happened? Did you know about Pogba? What about Bonucci?
Yeah,
Do
like
you still have beef with him?
at this point, I'm like, I kind of feel for him at this point because,
Yeah.
like, I'm at a stage where the club should be like, he's not speaking today, like we are speaking.
Yeah.
Like we are coming up to that presser because we know what the questions are gonna be,
Yep.
If you want to ask Lazio things, fine, he will come in. If you don't want to ask Lazio things football related, you ask us. That's what should
Yep.
be happening because after last season, they kind of threw him in front of the wolves because we didn't
Yep.
have anyone in charge. If we are a real club, somebody needs to come up and speak and take Allegri out of that spotlight because he should be in the spotlight on things related
He should,
on
he
the
should be
pitch.
devising a plan to beat Immobile, not
Yeah, like we
talk
should, like
about
he should
Pogba's
be
doping.
crucified what happens on the pitch,
Yeah.
with the Pogba thing, the Bonucci thing, and whatever. Somebody else should be sitting there, and if there are questions, I don't know, Juntili, name it, Calvo, I don't care.
Yep.
Those persons should
No,
be
I agree.
answering those questions. You have football questions,
agree.
Allegri, you can go, because I think this is this. I think even Allegri is at home and he's like, oh my god, like what
Yeah.
the hell is happening over here?
That's why he loves Rabiot.
How are you gonna like even in training? Like, like the players are coming back. Oh yeah, Pogba's not here by the way. He took
Nothing new to them.
like like it's
Wait, I
oh
shook his hand. Did the cream get on my hand?
it's
Shit.
it's unbelievable. Like it's unbelievable, and it's at this point it's believable.
Pogba got drug tested because they couldn't believe he made the bench first game of the season.
It's like how do
Anyway,
you get drug tested when you don't even play? Like that's also crazy.
that
I know it
some
happens,
people,
but
yeah, some people got brought up the picture of Vlahovic holding up
yeah,
Pogba's jersey, and we are all like, "Yep, it makes sense now." It's like a Marvel movie going back and showing the showing. Oh, it makes sense now. Yeah. Um. Yeah, sucks for Pogba. Like, sucks. I don't know. There's nothing else to say about that. We know what's going to happen. Does it do anything for the team in terms of squad composition? Leaves
no,
you a midfielder kind of light, but like not really because he wasn't counted on, as you always say. Um, we've gone from 6.5 midfielders to 5.5. That's it. Because McKennie, he's a half a midfielder now because apparently he's half a wing back.
but
So yeah,
no, like you said, like on the pitch, I wasn't counting on Pogba
yes,
anyway. But like quality wise, it's the same midfield as last
yeah,
season with just a lot of question marks because you have Nicolucci, nobody knows why. People have many doubts about Miretti. Fagioli's not 100% fit. Locatelli's not performing. Rabiot's not up to it at this moment in time, like performance wise.
yeah,
So a lot of question marks. But then again, like I think they knew going into the season they were not counting on Pogba. Like
yeah,
if they were being honest, they knew. So
yeah. We can move on from Pogba then, because again, let us know what you think. Like, does it affect you whatsoever? Like, it affects. I think it like sentimental, nostalgic Juventus fans are like, ah, that sucks. But that's it. Like, let's say he wasn't injury riddled and he was just doing well. Then it'd be like, oh my god, like what's going on here?
yeah, because it would make absolutely no sense. Like what?
Yeah,
Why are you?
it would be a
And it would be an issue.
massive blow.
Yeah.
It would be a massive blow. This doesn't feel like a massive blow.
No.
Just it's a nostalgic, sentimental thing. But we can move on. Like I said, reminder to like the video and subscribe. Now we're going to a couple of little things, but like still kind of big. It's only little because it was the rumors were squashed right away about the Juventus sale. um, is 1.5 billion enough?
No. I woke up to the news and it got denied almost before I got tweeted out.
Yeah.
And the journalist who wrote that news has articles about selling the club dating back to the summer of 2006. Literally, like
Okay.
you can look them up.
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
like actually, I'm not lying. I've looked it up. I've looked it up, and he has about like 10 of them in that time span. So
Okay.
it was just going with the
International
flow
break.
and the
Yeah.
potential that you know what it could happen. You know because of the situation with the club. I read in the
Yeah.
article I saw 1.5 bill. I was like, you're terrible at selling if that's a price, personally. Um,
Wouldn't be new. Wouldn't be something new.
yeah, I think you can get more. Like this is one of the biggest clubs in the world. You know,
Yeah.
didn't Inter go for like close to 1 bill,
Probably. I don't remember
like
how
8
much they
or
bought them for.
7, like whatever. You know, you should be getting more than 1 billion euros, in my opinion. 1.5. Um, I don't think they're selling.
No.
Not fully,
They
not
they they
completely,
they,
not now.
they completely they came out and denied the rumor right away. I mean that tells me they're not even thinking about it.
Yeah, and also if they're thinking about it, it's not even close. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
Because otherwise it would have kind of been quiet. I don't think they're like. I think they're finding a solution to get more investors in because they know the times have changed.
Yes.
They have shareholders
Like
in
they
the club
might
now.
go
Like,
80-20. They might go 80-20.
yeah, so like they cannot
Yeah.
just pump in the money from share. Like it doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
So I think they're finding a solution, but I think like personally, I'm like putting myself in them in I don't know Alcon shoes, whatever.
Yeah.
It's tough, man. Like it's tough. They grew up with the like literally like Agnelli was at training sessions ever since he was a kid.
Yep.
It's tough, man. You don't give it up that easy. Like 100
no.
years now. Also, it's an asset. Like it's an asset
Yep.
to get you loans and all those things. Like it is what it is, you know. I don't think it's easy to just give it away, you know.
Yeah.
It's not, like if Todd Bowley sells Chelsea, like whatever, you know, in a couple of years, like there's no connection dating like this
Yeah.
is
It's not a billion, or it's not 100-year family owned. It's like,
like
it's like a restaurant your mom and dad own. Like it's the same
nobody
thing. Like,
like
obviously on a bigger scale.
yeah, like
But
no, like he like them like that family is unique. Like they own the
yep.
club, like they own a sports club for the longest periods of time ever. Like and
Yep.
like it's unmatched basically. You know, some are getting close 70, but like 100 years it's unmatched.
Yep.
You don't give it away that easy. Like it's tough. You know, so that's why I'm like
And you
they're
never,
not
and you
selling.
don't see it. Yeah. And you don't see that in 2023.
Yeah,
You don't see they obviously, that's a bit well-run business family, obviously with XOR and all that stuff. So good for them. Who is, if they were to sell, hypothetical, who do you want? Who do you want to buy Juventus?
I
A
want.
person, a person who likes Juventus, supports them, and has obviously enough money, or do you want someone else?
No, they don't need to support him.
Just the
Like,
highest bidder.
I don't think anyone supported Man City when they when they got him or Newcastle. Like
No, that's fair. Yep.
they're not doing that. I think you just need to be real with it, and you need an owner who is gonna splash the money and has interest, obviously, in competing, but also things that go beyond our like paycheck, if you want to say it, like that has nothing
Yes.
to do with
Yes. Yeah.
football, like behind the scenes having power in Western Europe, because that's what it is. Like we need to keep it real. That's what it's
Yep.
about also. Like it is what it is. They're investing in Europe, and like it is what it is. Like we don't need to.
Yep.
I'm not condemning it. Like it has been accepted now. You know,
It's
it
to
is what
keep
it
up.
is. Yeah. So at that point I'm like, if you just want to compete and know what it takes now to do it, because I think people forget like what this club is. Like it's one of the biggest clubs in the world. Like we're not
Yep.
acting like one at this moment in time, but like it is. Like it absolutely
Yep.
like the fan base is massive. It's massive.
It is huge in Southern Ontario here where I live.
it's
A lot of
huge.
Italians.
Like it's huge.
Yep.
Like Asia, like name it. Maybe not in Africa
Yep.
that much, but like other parts of the world, it's insane. Like it's a massive club, and people say, "Oh, Serie A is not that competitive," and then so is Ligue 1. Like Ligue 1 is not competitive,
Yeah.
and they pumped in a lot of money at PSG. It didn't work out because they went it the wrong way. They wanted to do it really quickly, and with weird moves, whatever. But I think that's what I need. I don't want an American owner or like I
Okay,
say
hold on.
American because
I
that's
was gonna say
typical,
this.
like it's
Jeff
stereotypical.
Bezos or a sheik?
A shake. I want a shake.
Okay.
Yeah, I want because they're like they're business driven, but in a different way.
Yep.
They're not that calculated or like you want like they're not. How do you want to say that? Like handbrakes on, you know.
Yeah.
They know what they want and they want it really quickly, and they want it.
Yep.
And it can flop like PSG, but if it did flop because they didn't win the Champions League, and it's kind of a mess. But like Man City took like I don't know how many years, 12, 13, 15, I don't know,
13
2008.
years of sustained excellence.
Okay, before they got the Champions League, so it takes time, whatever.
But it's
But
sustained
we have
excellence.
they had absolutely no base like Man
Yeah.
City. We have we have a stadium, we have the fan base, we
history.
have
Yeah.
the history.
Tradition,
We still
history.
have good player. Like you still have the pool. Man City didn't have a pool when when they just
Yeah.
started. They didn't. They signed players
Yeah.
like Rubinho and all those like I won't say garbage players, but like that was not gonna work. You knew that. It
Yeah.
needed time. You have the pool. You don't need to spend like if you want. I want to pick a fair comparison or like a fair thing. Just name a talented player that's still playing in a lower club at this moment in time. Basically.
Gefren Turam.
Yeah, like that basically. If you were Man City back then and you wanted him, you needed to pay him a shitload of money.
Yep.
If we are Juve at this
It's what
moment
they
in
did
time,
with Kevin De Bruyne.
Yeah, you can
They pay
do it,
65
but
mil.
probably half of that just because of the pull of the club, who you
Yep.
are. That's what it is. Now, we are going way ahead because I don't think we're going to sell. But I think
No,
they're
no, no.
looking
This is
at
hypotheticals.
investors. Like,
Yeah.
people want to come in and pump in their money to make this work again. That's what I believe, you know.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's why
That's
they're
fair.
cleaning up the club. Like, we don't have football people at the club at this moment in time
Yep.
for a good reason, you know.
So again, that's on the smaller scale of what's going on at the club. It was just a rumor, and it was squashed really quickly. It is what it is. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, though. Would you rather Jeff Bezos or would you rather a sheik? Let me know. I'm going Jeff Bezos because that guy's infinite money.
Yeah, so so does the Sheikh.
Well, it depends how many are left over there, right? Because they're all buying Newcastle, Man United, or Man City. They all wants Man United, so I don't know how many are left.
I think they have a lot of cousins.
We'll move on to the even smaller things now, because I think Chiesa's injury is a small thing. I don't think, like, rumors are he's not starting on the weekend, but like, there's no injury with him. Am I going to go on transfer market and see unknown injury? That's what I'm going to see, aren't I?
It's yeah. I think it's like I think he's gonna miss a couple of games. Just going off.
Or am I going to see muscle fatigue?
Yeah, just going off the
You think
vibes.
he's going to miss 2 games? Like,
Yeah,
he's
just
not going
going
to make
off-
the bench?
Will you be surprised? No, he will probably make the. But will you be surprised if he misses 2 games?
I actually will.
I will not, for one bit.
I'll be surprised with this one because there's no injury.
Apparently, but he's still not fit enough to play. So there is something. There is something
Yeah.
because if there's no injury, he's playing.
Sorry, I meant by me saying like,
Yeah, I
he's
know what
fit
you
enough, like he's fit enough to be on the bench.
Yeah, but like,
That's what I'm saying.
if there's no injury, you're fit enough to be on the bench. You're fit enough to play. Like I don't
Yeah.
like he didn't pull anything. Like so it's nothing. Then what is it? Like
If I see Tonali start for Newcastle on the weekend and Chiesa doesn't, I'm gonna be rattled. I'll tell you that right now. I'll tell you that. They have the same muscle fatigue or whatever.
I just know we're kind of like kind of screwed if he's not there. You know, but
Yeah.
um.
At least it's not a long-term injury, I guess.
I hate
I'll say
international
that.
breaks. Like I hate it.
Yeah.
I see France playing a friendly against Germany. I'm like, why?
Yeah,
Like,
and
what's
Rabiot's starting. of
what's
course.
the actual point? Like, what are we doing over here? You know, we have
Yeah.
players coming back on Friday. We play on Saturday. How is
Well,
that?
that's my next point.
Like,
Yeah, let's transition to the next
How
one.
is that allowed? I don't get it. Like, how are clubs allowing this?
So this happened 2 years ago, right?
Yeah, Colorado turned
When
into a
we-
pumpkin ever since.
Quadrado, Danilo, and Sandro all went to their South American national teams. Like they're playing today, by the way. You know that.
Yeah, but
And there's no other
McKennie and
game.
Weah are playing tomorrow. No, wait, what?
No,
It's
I'm
Wednesday.
just saying.
Oh, yeah.
Brazil's playing
Yeah,
right on Tuesday, but apparently they're not coming till Friday.
it's Wednesday.
Why?
They're playing on Wednesday, by the way, like European time.
Who?
Like if
Who?
you Danilo in Brazil, like they're playing Wednesday
Oh,
European
4
time.
a.m.
So you need to. So it's worse.
Yeah, 4 a.m.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, they can still get there by Thursday.
Apparently not.
Why Friday? Like, but Friday. What do they do? Go to the beach after their game?
But even though they came back Thursday, like you don't like you have one train. But I don't get it. Like at what point?
Yeah.
Like what are these clubs doing? I don't get why
Yeah.
they're playing so late in South America and in North America. I don't get it. Just play Tuesday, Monday, Tuesday. Like get it over with.
Well, Argentina's game's about to end. So is it? So it's midnight, right? Your time,
Yeah, but the U.S. play.
right? Yeah.
Yeah. But the
The
U.S.
US
play the following, right?
U.S. plays. I think they play. No, they play. Well, yeah. Okay, so you're going by your time, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
The U.S.
So-
plays at 2:30 your time tonight,
I like it's
and guess who they're playing?
Canada. I don't know.
No, they're playing Oman,
Yeah, insane.
a friendly. They're playing a
Yeah,
friendly
they
against
asked.
Oman.
They asked for the players to come back. At that point, I'm like, Kenny being like, just tell the coach, buddy, like, come on, man. Let us not
They're-
like let's not
They're
do
playing
this.
at the Allianz. They're playing at the Allianz in Minnesota.
Yeah, it's I don't get like I don't get it
against Oman.
with so much money involved. I don't get how the clubs are allowing this because this is madness. This
Yep,
is
Rabiot
crazy.
had a stinker.
You're actually physically like punishing players over here.
Yeah,
Like it makes no sense. Like friendlies, I don't. Whatever. Yeah, in October there are again international games because
yep,
Italy still need to play like 5 or 4 games before they can qualify potentially. I don't know.
4.
So
There's a
there are
2
two
on 1.
international breaks still.
Yeah, yeah, it's
Unbelievable.
October, November.
And the funny part is next, there will be friendly games to prep for the Euros mid-season.
Yep,
It's
that's called the Nations League.
it's yeah yeah. It's and not all of them. Like if you play one Nation League game, the next one is just really a friendly
Yeah,
game. I'm just
yeah, yeah,
like, yeah, you have players like De Bruyne coming up and saying like this needs to stop. Like he
yeah,
came out and said I don't give two tosses about the Nations League. Like you can call it
yep,
whatever you want. It's a friendly, period.
yep,
We're playing every single week. You want quality. It's not quality anymore. You could see it at the end of the season. Certain games, you're like, what am I watching over here? Like
yep.
it's like literally watching international football. But
So, to clarify, the Juventus players in question that played today, Locatelli played 90 minutes. He didn't play against frickin' Macedonia though. That's actually a good thing because that
that's
field
what.
looked like absolute garbage. But he played today, 90 minutes. Rabiot played 90 minutes against Germany for some reason. So Locatelli played a qualifier. Fine, I get it. I still like the idea of the qualifying in whatever European competition or international competition. Did Rabiot play all 90 minutes?
All right.
Nope, he played 78, but he was the worst player on the field according to the
SofaScore.
stat website, whatever. Yeah. So he played 78 minutes. Brazil plays obviously tonight, 4 a.m. your time. One player, just Danilo. So you're not having him on Saturday. You're not having the 2 Americans on Saturday. So who starts? Cambiaso
Yeah, Kamias going to start on the right apparently.
as a right wing back, and
Yeah.
then Kostic as a left wing back because the Serbians played yesterday,
I
right?
saw like the latest rumors are that he's going to start eating Junior, but I would be shocked if he does. But
He's not starting Ellen Jr. You are going to be not shocked.
if Chiesa's out, you need to do something up there. Like you need some impulse.
Yeah. Okay, so Serbia played Sunday, so Vlahovic and Costa should be available.
I think they played again. Oh no, they played twice. Yeah, that's done.
Yeah, so Sunday they played. Yeah, and that's it. Like, so the Serbians should be back and ready to go.
I think Milik played
The
yesterday, or
I was going to
Chesney.
say the Poles lost to Albania on Sunday, so they should be ready to go. I don't think Milik played.
Oh, I thought he came on, but whatever.
Yeah, he got benched. Doesn't matter. He might start, to be honest.
I
On
don't think he will
Saturday.
start. I think Joaquin will start.
But this goes back to, and you're playing Lazio. Like, it's not an easy game.
It's
A game you should win. It's a game you should win, but it's not an easy game. And you're missing a bunch of players
it's up to the
because you got to play Oman on a
Yeah.
Wednesday morning.
like why can the clubs come together and be like, okay, like we are paying these players millions, not you guys. You're just you're paying them nothing. Like
Yep.
I'm going out on a limb here, and I'm gonna say like 50% at least they don't even take money or they give it away to charity because it's peanuts to them.
Yep.
What they get, like the clubs are paying them millions and millions, and even players should be kind of respecting that at one point. I get it, play for
Yeah.
a country fair, but the country's not paying you 5 million euros a season. It's the club, and the club
Like-
should come together and be like, fine, international break, but like Tuesday, final day, because we play on the weekend. Give us time
Yeah.
to get back into the groove. You have Wednesday light training, but you have Thursday, Friday, and you can go again Saturday.
Yeah.
This is just
Like-
crazy.
Especially if you have like pedigree on your national. Like McKennie should not have to play Oman tonight
Yeah.
because he's their best player or best midfielder at least. He should go to the coach and say, "Listen, I'm not playing." Weah, he still has to fight for his spot on the team, right? Because he's younger, he's not as established.
Yeah.
Okay, fair, whatever. Like stuff like Danilo, you probably still have to play because his spot is not cemented. But I got like Vlahovic and Kostic, so like fuck off if they had to play today. I'm saying, but they played Sunday,
It's
so I'm
not-
just giving you examples. You know what I mean? If your spot is
Yeah.
cemented on the national team, you shouldn't have to play a friendly.
I get it's tough for the players. Like you want to play for the country, but like the club is paying you money. Like it needs to come from the clubs. They need to find an agreement with the FIFA and be like, fine, but like at Tuesday, like we need so much. Like I think at one
Yeah.
point there will be a point that more players like De Bruyne will step up and be like, we need to find an agreement over here because we need some time
Yeah.
to. And don't like I know people spend the comments be like, oh, they deserve millions. I get like they need to do whatever. The quality goes down. Like I don't want to watch terrible games because players are just not fit, get injured every
Yeah.
single minute. Like it's not fun anymore at that point.
No,
I'd rather
no,
watch
you're right.
30 high quality games than 50 average games, if you know what I mean. Like
Yep.
it's just what it is. But the American player thing is crazy. That's like they
Yep.
will probably be back like Thursday evening, Friday.
Yep.
They're done. They can you cannot let them play those guys because they will play like drunks, like Quadrado played at Napoli. That type, like they will play like drunks.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But it is what it is. Like I'm gonna do a preview. It shouldn't be an excuse. I think you should
No.
you should be beating Lazio at home. You should. But these things are not helping, obviously, because
Yeah.
Weah is a starter. You know, not McKennie. You know, it's Weah as a starter.
Chiesa's a
Chiesa's
starter.
a starter. He's injured. I get that, but you already need to mix things up. Like move Cambiaso. What are you gonna do up top? And like, it is what it is, I guess. But I hate international break.
Like you said, we have previews coming. You're listening to this on a Wednesday, so you know it's coming up next on our schedule. Again, it's up to. I gotta speak to Justin because he has like a new job or something. So
No, not yet.
the After Dark, or okay, well I still have to speak to Justin about the After Dark.
Oh yeah.
So that's coming up. Because I don't know if he's blocked off by that. Previews coming on Friday. Obviously, game on Saturday. Early for Canadians, midday-ish for Europeans. Anything else you need to say
No.
about what's happened this past 7 days?
No. I think to top it off will be taking an L on Saturday. That will top off this week probably. Like in
Not like Fajoli having a gambling problem.
like if we lose, oh my god. Like if you don't win, like even drop points again on Saturday, Jesus
Yeah.
Christ. Then oh man, that probably goes down of the worst week in like 12-year times. Like
Yeah,
because the news is insane. Like it's
like in Marvel, they had Nick Fury's big week when he assembled half the Avengers. This is Juventus's big bad week.
how many L's can you take? Like
Yeah,
at one point
how many else?
I'm like
Like daily.
it's daily
It's
at this
daily.
point. It's daily. And there
Yeah.
will be something out today. Or like yeah, for me, like for people today.
Yeah.
There will be something out and I'll probably be live talking about some random stuff again that has nothing to do with football. But I need to discuss it.
It's gonna be about like, oh, the Weston McKennie bang his buddy's sister
Ah,
again.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, we'll end it there. We're gonna end it there. All right.
That was
Thank you all
actually
for watching.
yeah, compared to this it was okay.
Yeah, it's more of an American thing. Again, thank you all for watching. It's been a joy. Like the video, it's free. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Follow us on all social media platforms, on X, Instagram, and Facebook. I'll be on Canary Zone, and we'll see you next time. Ciao, everybody.
Yeah. Ciao.